Hello, boys and girls. Today, Teacher Odie and I and Teacher Zola, we're going to do a Capoeira warm-up for you and show you some of the basics of Capoeira. Odie is the professor, and I'm basically the student, but it's great cardio, all right? And so, usually we're talking about Tai Chi, but today we're talking about Capoeira Angola.
Good morning. Should I speak to you?
Yeah, you can speak.
Okay, the first thing I'd like to do is make it clear that I cannot give you the whole history of Capoeira Angola and the other part of Capoeira. It comes in two parts, Capoeira Angola and Capoeira Regional. Most people these days know a lot more about Capoeira Regional than they do Angola, but they're both fairly popular. I'll start off by saying I'm in my 45th year of being a capoeirista. They say, once you become a capoeirista, you are always a capoeirista. I guess in the same way that you do Tai Chi. Once you become a practitioner of Tai Chi, you will always be a practitioner. I'd like to say several things briefly. As I said, I can't give you the whole history of capoeira in one short, easy lesson. But it's a unique African-Brazilian martial art that has vocal and instrumental music to accompany the movements. The instrument that I have here is called the berimbau. The whole instrument is called the berimbau. This is called the kabasha. This is the gourd resonator. This, of course, is the palo. Actually, it's the single part of the chopstick set, but it makes a very nice tone. This is called the capadastro or the dobrong. The kashishi comes in many different forms. You can have basket woven kashishi. You can have something like this that you can conceal in your hand, and the little kid asks, "What's making that noise?" There are many different rhythms to determine how fast or how slow the game can be played, because that's what it's called, a game. So it makes
What's the metal made of? The string?
the metal, the string, all this comes from a steel radial tire of a certain kind of gauge. And you can get the wood. This wood is called a moriba. It comes from Brazil, and it's a very hard piece of wood. This has been split. This berimbau is 40 years old.
Who gave you the berimbau?
My first teacher was a man named Henrique do Nascimento. I've studied with several masters. Henrique was one, Timba Machama, Master Trindade Moraes, Master, I can't even think of the other's name. In any case,
Well, you've been doing capoeira for
a while. That's it, about 40 years.
Okay.
I started off with Henrique doing Regional. Regional, we're going to demonstrate a few movements in just a minute. Regional is faster and is played up high. Angola is slower and played lower. So Angola came first, and then Regional came along with people having gymnastic backgrounds, and they wanted to do things that come from gymnastics. You won't see a lot of gymnastic play with the people who play Angola because they tend to be older people like myself, and we don't want to do backflips and crack your head against the sky, against the ground against the sky. So, having said all that, like I said, there's instrumental music and vocal music. There are many, many songs, for example, that talk about the life of the capoeirista. Whether you play Angola or Regional, you are still a capoeirista. Most likely, if someone is playing Angola alone, they call him an Angolero. but capoeira is capoeira. The songs tend to deal with present day, everyday events. Here's a song. Oh, see, oh, now. Zola's going to sing the chorus. And I'm the lead singer, and if there were 3 other people, I try to trip them up a little bit by changing si. In Portuguese is yes, now is no, like in Spanish, si or no. Oh, si, oh, now.
Oh, see, oh, now.
Oh, si, oh, now.
Oh, see, oh, now.
Oh, now, oh, si.
Oh, see, oh, now.
Oh, now, see now, oh, now, see now.
Oh, see, oh, now.
As you can see, I can't trip Teacher Zola up because she stays with the proper chorus. Okay, let's go into a few basic movements that are in common with both Angola and with Regional.
Besides the berimbau, is there another instrument that they play with?
Good point. There's several. The 3 basic instruments would be the pandeiro, what we call the tambourine. There's a stick with a ridge on it. It has ridges called heku. There's the bell, the agogo, that sounds something like this. Oh, I haven't offered you an opportunity to hear what the berimbau sounds like. I'll just play a short thing. This is a basic rhythm, and it determines the speed of the game. If it's a very slow game, let's say Angola, it would sound something like this. But for Regional, it might be the same rhythm, might be different. Okay, let's stand, and of course, as is with any other martial art, you would have a warm-up period, and I would suggest to anybody trying to do any martial art, take a moment or so to loosen your muscles. You may be doing this every day for 20 years, but the first time you do it on a cold day, you might, pull a muscle or something. So take your time. We've already had a warm-up. We had a warm-up this morning with a Tai Chi warm-up. The basic step in Capoeira Angola and in Capoeira Regional is called the ginga. Literally, ginga means to walk.
Let me fix your boat back here. Your boat sticker. Okay.
Oh, is my boat?
Oh, yeah, your vote sticker. Yes, he voted. He voted. I did too. Okay.
I don't want my vote to fall off.
Okay.
We'll face you first. This is my partner. We're playing, we say we play capoeira. You don't fight capoeira. We have agreed upon movements that we make. The movements like Tai Chi and some other martial arts have names. We will start facing the camera doing the ginga. Let's say we start off with your left foot forward, knee bent a little bit to the front. And the upper hand, of course, protects the upper part of the body, the lower hand, and so forth. And you go back and forth. This is called the ginga. Now, I'm going to turn and face Teacher Zola, who is my partner, and we'll be doing this step, this ginga, in step with each other like a dance. Ginga. If you wanted to use this as an exercise to warm up, you could do it fast. And if you did this for about 5 minutes, you'd be sweating. We're not going to do it for 5 minutes. Ginga. Okay, that's the ginga.
Mm-hmm. Can you show how you could go around in a circle with it?
We would go around in a circle. Let's try that. We could move around to go to, when you do Regional and you do fast movement, things happen very suddenly because they're very athletic people doing this. In Angola, the movement would be slower and the focus is on lower movements and also doing little tricks. She just threw dirt in my face and I just slapped her upside the head. But I would like to do one sequence of movement. I'm going to do Bênção, you'll do Skiva.
Okay. Okay, we do it.
Okay.
Closer to this and see it.
Okay.
Okay.
The Bênção is like this. Skiva is like that. Skiva just simply means to dodge. Got it? Bênção, some people say it means a kiss. Somebody else said it means a blessing.
Yes.
We're going to do this slow so you can see it. I'm going to announce, now I'm going to do the Bênção. I'll do it to the other side. See what she did? That's Skiva. You want to try it with me?
Okay. I'm going to do the Bênção with my right leg. See what he did?
I wanted to show her something. When she did Skiva, she comes out here being very careful. I'm not being very careful.
And you notice that if his leg is forward, my leg is forward.
We match each other.
They learned the first time.
Okay, the two names of 3 movements that you know now, ginga, Bênção, Skiva. So now you know 3 things.
3 things. Okay, and the one up, down kick.
Oh, okay. It's called, some people call it a hatchet.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Okay, and so it's inside out, right?
Inside out.
So
Okay, you do it. So I try to avoid it.
right. So
We flow with each other. I'm going to do something that I haven't announced, but watch and see what happens. She automatically does Skiva, but what she should have done was come in close to the way I did to trip me. Let's try it again. The idea is to come in closer. Ah, good.
okay.
That's it.
And so now you have an idea of what Capoeira is, all right? At least the Regional and Angola. It's a great cardio. I'm 71, Odie's 83. So there's no excuse for you to be sitting still and not trying to do either the Tai Chi or a little Capoeira.
Capoeira. If you could find a Capoeira studio, whether teaching, whether it be Regional or Angola, take a look at it. You know, try to do it. It's something you can do for the rest of your life. They have masters who are in their 90s who are still doing Capoeira.
Okay, Jean Piquet, little John?
Jean Piquet, you could name many Afro-Brazilians that nobody's ever seen here because they don't have enough money to leave the neighborhood.
Right.
But they've been doing capoeira. Mestre Elegante. Mestre Elegante was doing this particular thing always with his suit on. Three-piece suit.
Oh, Lord.
So they nicknamed him Mestre Elegante.
And then, of course, Mariah's. With his hat on.
With his, okay, that was Elegante too.
Oh, okay.
Wore a little cap.
Okay.
But several of them, Mestre Bobo. Mestre Bobo has not been seen ever without a hat on. So we think he might be bald, but who knows?
Who knows?
In any case, capoeira has a history. It's an African Brazilian martial art. I emphasize that. It is an African Brazilian martial art. It is not just simply a martial art. In the same way that people most assume that Tai Chi is a Chinese martial art. If you come to a capoeira studio where they just simply say capoeira and they don't make any distinction about it being an African Brazilian martial art, forget about it.
Yes. Now there's a capoeira group that meets on the bluff on Ocean Boulevard in Long Beach. You can Google. But in the meantime, if you want to do Tai Chi, there's Dr. Daniel Hoover's and Veronica Hoover's videos on YouTube on Tai Chi. There's Teacher Zola's videos also on Tai Chi. There's a School of Healing Martial Arts, which also helps you in maintaining your health in various ways. So, take the opportunity.
One thing about your teacher?
Oh, yes, please.
Please turn around. I lived in Ghana, West Africa, for 3 years, from 1992 to 1995, and I established a capoeira school called the Osu Capoeira Group in Ghana. Please turn around. And as you can see with her Angola movement, she turned in time. The Osu Capoeira. Osu is a neighborhood in Accra. Accra is the capital of Ghana.
That's where the country kitchen is.
That's where the country kitchen
Yes.
is. One of our best restaurants. Zola and I were there in 2013 and 2015. And
Hello, Eddie.
Fast Eddie.
Okay, we're due for another game.
I think he's afraid to try to do anything with you. This is a friend of ours, and they had a little brief practice together, and Zola gave him a Bênção to the forehead. He's still alive.
Yes, it is. All done in fun. And also, Susan Amagashi cannot possibly end this without wishing you well.
All of our friends. All of our friends. The list is long.
Yes.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we are going to rush off for some lunch. Love.